Session 13?
Session 13, yes. Welcome, everybody, to Session 13. I think this will be airing sometime in the spring-ish. We've got a lot of video backlog. I believe this week we just put it out there. This last week we just put the word out that if we get enough views and or likes and subscribes, that Dan will give me a tattoo. I think we have just decided that if we hit a critical threshold, we will not only will I get a tramp stamp, but we will do a backlog dump, I guess, just dump all over you, of all of our content to get caught up so that we're a little bit more temporally in sync. So
it'll be a giant marathon.
Right. So if we can get enough likes and subscribes before Christmas, we can give you a Christmas D&D marathon. It won't be.
What you want.
That's what everybody wants, right?
That's why it's spooky season right now.
Almost.
Spooky season starts in August.
If
you work at a store, sure.
As soon as it hits 60, it becomes spooky season.
So get the word out. Let's get me tattooed. It'll be awkward. I will wear a mankini and we will videotape the whole thing. So hopefully that doesn't ruin our viewership.
Ooh.
But if you're into that sort of thing,
Tell your friends.
tell your friends. Okay, so now back in campaign world, we have a little over a week ago, we have set out from... Those dice are so small. We set out from Giegelhob with the intention of delivering a parcel from Lanchos to an individual in Grick. In that time, we have talked to kings, we have defiled some temples, we have killed an ancient evil, and found our way back to the Carnefall, where we originally intended to travel the whole time.
We did trade one animal man for another animal man.
Mm-hmm. So Guil's on hiatus.
When you say it like that, it just sounds dirty.
So yeah, Guil's on hiatus, the armadillo.
Yep, our original traveling companion has taken some time off to spend with family.
And then, so who is our new player that we added? Jacob, do you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Jacob. Played a couple session long one shot with Larry, Dan, and Haley before. Played Kree, a monk, cleric, aircopter.
I realize that your character reminds me a lot of the eagle from the Muppets. The blue eagle was very patriotic and very almost paladin-like.
Well,
Sam?
Yeah, probably.
If you guys know anything, I don't know if anybody's ever played RuneScape, but Kree,
Oh, yeah.
Kree is the boss, the god.
What are you looking for?
RuneScape 1 was called Armadillo.
Little Anansi
So
fell.
the Armadillo
Oh, no.
boss in the God Wars dungeon.
So I'm like trying
The
to not
main
to.
boss's name is Kreeara. So that's her.
I never got that far. I always like starting new characters and running around.
Right.
Doing the chef's quest and
Yeah,
killing highwaymen and whatever.
that's where the idea came from.
Nice.
Little Anansi.
We have a mini on the floor.
Uh-oh.
A tiny, tiny mini on the floor.
Put out some of those flies to attract them.
Okay. Well, we can go.
Okay.
I will search. Well, let's do it. Don't let me derail us.
Yeah, no.
Wait.
We would never let Anansi derail us.
Derail? How'd you find it? There you go.
No, whenever you say Kree, I always think of Jaffa Kree.
Yeah, like I said, it came from RuneScape. So if anybody watching never played RuneScape and has gotten that far in the game, it'll sound familiar.
Okay.
Well, Taylor hated being with Anansi. He also hated being with Eleanor, who just derailed us the whole time looking for plants.
Oh, sure.
For 4 sessions, just looking for plants.
We're like, we have a mission. She's like, I don't care. I want to go look at these plants over here.
That's my mission.
Yes. You do play a singular mission character well.
Not the main mission, but they did.
I was telling them I would still like to continue it because we left off at a very interesting place, and I love the dynamic of that game because it was like me and Dan had like a completely separate motive and mission, and we were just kind of she just was kind of following us along. We're like, we need to go. We need to drop this chest off. She's like, oh, plants.
Exactly. Squirrel.
Well,
Weird, huh?
It worked out for you guys whenever you found stuff, because I was always preoccupied. They just like took it.
She's like, I don't care about money. You can have the money. Okay, so we are now back on the northern border of the mountains. What's up?
Flies there.
He's leading the pack.
Oh, great.
Didn't notice that.
Just sneaking around.
And so I believe our last. Yep, you were up above.
I think it was kind of tucked in this little.
We have.
Do I have an elf? Or am I just her?
I think you're just her.
She's not as beautiful as mine. My elf has flowing, translucently blonde hair.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
No, does she?
Looks like the twinkle of
Hey,
dew
can
on
you
the morning grass.
run out there quick and get me the little red dinosaur that's inside the. Here, yeah, step off for a second. We are having a weird start today. Sorry, guys.
I mean, this seems like about right.
This seems about right. Okay,
Well,
good.
since
Here,
we haven't.
take Tiny's tail here.
Since we
So
haven't-
in the right out there,
Where do you want me to put this?
set it kind of right where you got
Taylor?
Tina.
Taylor's leading the pack.
Nope.
So there's a Milwaukee crate on the shelf there, Jacob.
Yeah.
Inside that Milwaukee crate, there's a red dinosaur.
We'll go get a tank top. It's not too hot.
No, I was gonna say, well,
I
if
need
we
a
get 1,000
blanket.
viewers, we make Maravelas just like stay like frozen.
Perfect. Can you lift that up and put?
We're just torturing ourselves for
Right there.
views. We're like,
There
Haley
you go.
has on like a heat pack. You're down in tank
Sitting in
top.
my underwear.
Okay. Perfect. Now we have the whole carnival here. Good. The two big set pieces at least. So we have met back up with the carnival, and Kree has kind of taken up roost above everything, and I'm going to give you. Let's say that this is the.
Portal box.
Here's your little portal box that you're stashing.
Hey, your mini's awesome.
I forget exactly where we had it. It's like probably somewhere.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Tucked in there.
Yeah.
And everybody else is in Tiny's tail here, which is the menagerie. Actually, you can take the top off of that. You have to hold the bottom. And Otter?
I don't know if Otter would want to be in there.
Where would Otter want to be?
Probably just.
Are you with the lady on her Vardo?
You're running?
Probably.
You're with the snake lady, right?
Probably.
Okay, here's the snake.
or
Here's a
the,
snake.
what was
Here's a
she?
snake lady's Vardo.
Or who was it?
Global.
The bugbear?
Bugbear. I
That's
got
weird.
to
She
She's
is
gone.
way ahead of us.
Oh.
She scouts the path.
Yeah. So you're with the snake lady now?
Okay.
I'm just gonna put this.
Oh, you can put it back on. It's fine.
Are we gonna get crushed?
No.
Hopefully not.
Forward a little bit. There you go. And it should just magnetically click into place.
Okay, we might have to move, I guess. I don't want him to be back in the valley.
There you
Good enough.
go. Okay.
I mean, not like anyone's gonna see that.
Yeah.
Because we have no covering.
There's no one talking.
It's okay. We all know, and positionally, that's the most important thing.
Yes.
Who cares about? No, we love you, viewers. So we are. We have just recently changed direction. We are now heading down to the south and east on a more direct path, as chosen by, I believe, Taylor.
Probably.
Um,
You've got a map.
And as we settle in, evening comes. And with little fanfare and what seems like little distraction, you all manage to get a full night's rest and wake up in the morning to a caravan that is still traveling. They have traveled through the night, and as you wipe the sleep from your eyes and look out, you see just more grassland. The mountains that you had left now, not even a blip on the horizon, and it is grassland for as far as the eye can see.
Do I still have the box?
You still have the box.
The last I remember, we were settling in for the night, and I made us check, and they're like, "You feel safe with the box. You feel like
And
the
you
box
are.
will be safe." But I didn't know if that was like, "You feel safe," or "Yeah, you feel safe. It should be all right." So,
As far as you know, it's
As far as I
all
know,
right.
I'm good.
All right.
What is your passive perception?
We got to make a character with observant, about plus 10 or whatever.
passive perception. 13.
Okay. The breakfast is made, and you see it get kind of disseminated from trailer to trailer. Somebody like motions to you to like, want some food. Food is brought to everybody else to eat. I'm guessing at some point you found a spot to nestle up and rest. And the day progresses in a way that is oddly reassuring. I would like everybody to roll an insight check.
19.
16.
Oh, we know where this is going then. And everyone has good insight. She's not. Oh, surprise, surprise, 17.
18.
Oh! What'd you have?
16, 17, 18, 19?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, well, because I added the 2.
That's straight.
Yeah.
That is a straight.
Do we get like super insight power? We combine on each other.
We'll see here in a second.
Still averages out to 17.
16, 17, 18, 19, right? So you this is probably the first day that you have had a full night's rest in a bunk in quite some time. Probably since you were back at the hotel working for land shows.
Did we not sleep at the carnival before?
No.
We
We were at the carnival for like 2 hours.
Yeah, we also slept at that bar hotel.
But there was stuff that was like happening in the background. Like there was commotion.
Yeah.
This was like
A full uninterrupted.
but almost like it's like that sleep that you would have on a like if you were in a ship with in a hammock, like you were cradled like a baby the whole night, and you wake up almost feeling more rejuvenated than you should be. Everybody has one bonus hit point.
Ooh. Just keep adding to my health. One more
Temporary hit
I
point.
know.
Yeah. And you just you stretch and you feel younger than
Right.
you've felt in many a
I
year.
feel a day over 50.
Yep. You have a when you awake, you find yourself with a couple spiders that have like set up on your pillow.
Okay.
And they are like in defensive mode. Like they're just watching to see if anything's going to come close to you.
Oh.
Right? They're tiny little spiders. They're not going to
Yay.
do squat,
My friends.
but they seem to be almost like they're protecting you.
Okay.
But then like when you like rub your eyes to like address them and maybe talk to them, they disappear.
Okay.
You are sitting, the two of you are outside. You're sitting there and with this massive dome of sky above you. It reminds you in some ways of being atop the mountain, right? But now that it's been, a full day of travel and a full night and day of kind of sitting on top of this structure, you see the devastation of the atmosphere right now. These meteors just like popping in and out, and it is it ruffles the feathers like in your neck a little bit, like just to think about like how dangerous this looks. You, with your highest roll, you have an unease about what has just transpired. You guys went a full 12 hours without any meteors.
Oh.
Ooh.
Like, there hasn't been any close calls. There hasn't been any issues. Like, that's fucked up. It is hard to say. Like, you realize, like, you have this moment of clarity while you're eating your bacon that, like, this has been too safe. And the caravan continues through the grassland. Now we're gonna kind of do a little bit of a montage-y type sequence here as we travel. Later that day, you are sitting there kind of at the end of the Tiny's tail, kind of just looking back and watching the grassland pass.
Mhm.
And out of the corner of your eye, there's this little golden glint that, like...
Is it a snitch?
The fish.
Roll a... It is still a bit of a ways away, but I would like you to roll a perception check.
Okey-dokey. 12.
12. It almost... It looks like the glint of something metal,
Okay.
but it is not moving at a speed that of something that's thrown, and it seems to be staying aloft and getting closer.
Okay.
So, for perspective, is this behind us or in front?
It is behind.
Okay, so I wouldn't, from where I'm sitting, I probably wouldn't see it.
No. So the order here is the beetles, they cut the road,
Like
and then everybody else kind of follows. When it gets closer to a city, they put Tiny in front to be less or more grandiose and kind of less intimidating in a way. And Tiny like trots in. So the order shifts up depending on, you know, when you go into a town. You've passed by some towns already, but they were so tiny that there's no real reason for a carnival this size to stop. Every once in a while, you'll see somebody like ride past on a road, right? As you've like now come back onto the road, you know, kind of going in the opposite direction, and they like stop and look, and you're a bit of a spectacle on the road,
Sure.
but not like.
Yeah, I think of myself up here as more like an observer or just sentinel, kind of just if I need to fly up and make sure they're
Mhm.
getting ahead of us, but if it was behind us, I'm not really paying
Yep.
attention.
And so it like flitters back and forth, and like it seems to be coming in your direction.
Okay.
The flop.
Maybe. But it's not.
And there's a minute where like you're just kind of watching it like come in your direction.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem to be coming it seems to be coming at an organic speed, right? Like it looks like it could be a bird,
Okay.
but it also looks like it could be metal.
Mm-hmm.
And like it piques your curiosity as to what this thing is. As it comes, and this little mechanical bird perches on the thing next to you, on the railing next to you, like takes a couple hops, kind of opens up its wings, opens up its jaw, and you hear Lanchos clearly saying, "I have just heard from Guil that you have parted ways. Did Guil ever give you the delivery instructions for the package which you are to deliver?"
I, the player, I'm not sure. Did he get separate instructions?
He did.
Okay.
Mhm.
Did he give them to us?
Nope.
So, kind of look at the bird. Is this thing two ways? Can you hear me if I'm talking to this bird, Lanchos?
I can hear you.
Okay. No. To answer your question.
Please tell me you're holding the bird
Wow.
like this. Wow. Is this thing on?
I will.
If I put my arm out, does the bird like hop onto it?
No, it's just kind of like clamped
Dang,
onto the thing.
okay.
Very well. You are to deliver the box. Is this a safe place to have a conversation?
Yeah, I mean, Yeah. In private.
That is not very reassuring.
Okay, I'm on the back of one of the
one minute,
Carnefall.
please.
Okay.
And you see the bird's eyes light up blue, and you feel like something kind of surround you in this space.
Okay.
Keep this bird.
Right.
Okay, now we can speak more privately. You need to deliver this parcel to Phineas in Grick. Phineas Grickany is his name.
Sorry, is he like the mayor of Grick or something?
Oh, he is not the mayor. He is, some would say, a madman, an outcast.
Awesome.
Much like me, he was once a Grickan orphan.
How will people like know who that is if I ask? Or is this, I guess, should I ask around about him, or is that like a draw suspicion?
He is located, has a laboratory somewhere in the capital city.
Okay.
Brickenhaber.
Grick. You will find him. One minute. Let me see if I can. And you hear absolute silence for a couple of seconds, and then you hear like the blue shift as it sounds like he is now like walking towards something as he is speaking.
Well, you're on speaker, bird.
Right.
And yes, he is located at the end of the alley behind the Golden Phoenix Tavern. At least that is where I was told to deliver this parcel.
Well, Taylor's the only one hearing this, correct?
Yes.
Just to make sure.
Did Guil ever tell you what it is that is in this box?
No, but it sure seems pretty magical.
Magical, yes. Phineas has been exploring ways to protect the whole of Grick from these meteors, much like we have implemented in Gigalhab the protective barrier. Phineas, an old friend of mine, has devised a mechanical marvel, potentially, that could be used to protect the country. One of the critical pieces of that machinery is the engine that is in the box that you carry. It is a very powerful magical item. Ensure that it does not accidentally traverse planes.
Okay, real quick on that note, we did find another magical box that seemed to be very attracted to this magical box. Does that mean anything to you? Would that be bad if they were to, like, touch? It seemed bad to me at the time.
Anything attracted to this should be bad.
Okay, noted.
You will find that if your secret gets out, there will be many agents looking to harness this power.
Okay.
I noticed that you raided the armory before you left.
We did.
I hope that it will serve you well.
You know, funny you should say that. We did actually use an artifact to get through the Dwarven lands rather smoothly.
How did you manage this?
Sorry, we're going through a tunnel. Land shows like you can be breaking up real bad.
We're in a
You hear him tap like that. You hear like you hear this like tap, and the bird on your end like goes like this.
breaking up.
Please explain to me what did you do?
We paid tribute to the Dwarven King to get passage through their land.
You gave him the hammer.
The hammer was exchanged, yeah.
Well, this will be a problem to be dealt with on another day. That is not ideal.
It was pretty ideal for us at the time. Guil is not a great ambassador, unfortunately.
Did you get that back, by the
Yeah.
way?
You did. You called it back.
I did to give it to the Dwarf King. I don't think I called it back after that.
Oh, I thought that
I
was the
thought
whole
you called
plan.
I thought you called it back, and then we went into the cavern.
Yeah.
She called it back. He called it back
Yeah.
to give it to the king, but has not recalled it since.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But I don't
okay.
know that you have ever put on a new spirit weapon.
I think I did with the sword.
No, you made the blade, the devil blade, your
Yeah,
spirit
devil
weapon.
blade.
So yeah.
Demon sword?
I can't have two, but I think I've got. Yeah, I think I.
I thought you'd summed it right after the thing closed when we went into the.
Yeah, I thought
That's
No,
what I
no.
thought.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I thought the
Chaos
plan
to
was.
recall the weapon just through many countries or something. This hammer is going to fly
I think it
through.
technically just like teleports,
Yeah.
as opposed to
Yeah.
like Thor.
Just
Like a Thor
just
hand.
smashing through people on its way here.
Finally lands back in your hand. There's just
Maybe
this
two.
around.
Yeah.
Body parts all over it.
Half a cupcake.
Like, well, kill my hammer.
Well, that was originally its home, so perhaps it will be for the best. We can use this as a political tool, I imagine. It is. We will sort it out. Just know the package that you bear could save the lives of millions.
Yeah, we're trying to get there, but it's kind of far away. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I am aware that it is a modest journey. You have been paid handsomely. I recommend you stay with the troop, as they have. Give me an insight check.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, we always Scooby do it. Split up.
22.
Ooh.
So you're accustomed to negotiating with people of his ilk,
Mm-hmm.
and as he says this next part, you hear the dubious nature of the chosen words that he picks, and he says, they have a way of getting into places and getting past places with very little problems.
Well, as long as they get us to Grick in one piece, I guess I won't look too closely.
That should not be a problem for this caravan.
So, did everybody get one of these birds? Did you want me to pass on any messages to the other people here?
It's like one of those Russian dolls. Smaller ones.
The tiniest one for
This bird is for you.
Nice.
I will.
Got a couple birds for you too.
If you need me, feel free to use the bird. Otherwise,
Don't go over the minutes. Okay.
Only after 9 p.m.
Exactly. Don't make long distance calls.
We're just a rarely.
We call them friends. Willy-nilly. And there's a holster for your bird. Put it in your belt.
Just imagine you taking this bird and just stuffing it in later.
Is that a bird in your pocket?
He's happy to see me.
Gosh, Taylor, what's going on?
Melvin's Marvelous Meadowlark is a paired artifact, and you can only use it to speak with me.
No, it's going into the inventory as the bird.
Who the hell is Melvin?
Meadowlark 11.
Melvin is a local inventor, creates magical implements that can hide in everyday sight.
You have to have it on your shoulder.
I don't know what I want to do.
We're talking birds, man.
Right?
I must attend to my normal activities. When you are done with the bird, tap it twice on its head, and it will conceal itself.
How do
Good
I,
day
like,
to you.
Turn it on if I need to talk to you.
The eyes go
Mom?
dark. The eyes go dark, and it like just kind of.
Alright, tap it twice on the head.
It looks at you, and turns into a centipede,
Oh.
and jumps onto your arm,
Oh.
wraps itself around your wrist, and turns into a very nice-looking golden armband.
Okay.
Legs kind of
Aw.
tuck in underneath like this.
It should have stayed a centipede. I was just crawling around the whole
It's gonna
time.
draw more attention to me if I'm wearing like a fancy gold armband. But
I was hoping it was like a Cadbury egg or something like that.
okay.
Or you pull off one of the legs and it's like an earbud. You're like, oh, oh.
Just attach it to the side of your head.
Right. Well, Taylor's on the bird again.
So as you find yourself, let's say, grappling with this new information, we all just kind of continue. Lunch is made, supper is made, the night comes. At night, you notice little pockets of fire on the horizon as the grasslands that you are going through are lit up and burning in places. They don't seem to, like, the grass is still relatively wet, so there's not a lot of like dry grass. So like there's a fire, and it kind of will burn in its area. You notice now that there's a couple of patches that you've gone through where you're like, well, that seemed kind of odd, but like it's just kind of burned out, like a little space there. You see.
Is it, can I tell if it's magical fire? Or is it just like a natural?
Oh, this you smell the smoke. This is a natural fire, but you imagine that it is the meteors that are coming in. Like some of them are hot, and it's probably just starting fires.
So we are starting to see meteors now.
Oh no, you've been seeing them. You just don't seem to see
You're not
any
kidding us.
Yeah.
right here. Did you drop another?
No, that's like the metal part from my sweater.
Oh, okay.
Chucking your minis everywhere.
Yeah, it's just we don't need this.
Really chocolate.
As night comes, like you start to feel like the progression here is comforting and reassuring of like just the days start to pass by, right? Morning comes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, travel. While we go through this traveling period, periodically you will stop at a larger little village, and you will set up for a day or set up for an evening, and then tear down and continue on your way. For the most part, you don't have any issues with meteors or with local politics.
Yeah, because the box protects us. We didn't have it before, and we had meteors. Now we have it, more meteors.
Mm-hmm.
That seems logical. The first week passes. During this time, we're going to consider it downtime. What are some things that you individually would be either working towards or attempting to achieve, in your own personal journeys? I'll start with Otter.
Juke you there.
So, Otter's taking in the sights. He's never been really away from where he was found and raised and stuff like that. So he's enjoying new nature, new creatures, stuff like that. He is trying to figure out how he can feed Tina pretty much every day, every other day, whether it's a wounded creature on the side of the road that's going to die anyways. He just lets Tina eat that creature or whatever. And I think everybody in the caravan pretty much understands that. So other than that, he's dealing with the tiefling and trying to figure out how we can do this contract for souls and stuff like that, and working out those negotiations, which is oblivious to all these guys.
Okay.
So that's on the deal between him and the tiefling. So he's back and forth. Obviously, he's still trying to lay his sweet Mac vibes on the snake lady and or the ogre or
The
bugbear.
bugbear.
You know what? He just got the googly eyes for them all.
Okay.
All 7 googly eyes.
Trying to make friends.
Exactly. We're just hanging out.
I can respect that.
Yeah. And let Dolly run around and do whatever, and yeah, just having a good time. Getting to, meet friends and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, sending a bunch of stuff to the hag that she probably totally doesn't need, but waiting for stuff to come back. So he opens the hag bag, see if there's anything in there.
There is a assortment of jellies that you get. They're not magical. They're just very tasty.
Mm-hmm.
If you feed them to Tina, is that cannibalism?
Right? Jello shots.
I'm not thinking. Preserves and jams. How's that?
Oh, yeah, okay. I was thinking, yeah.
Okay. Oh, and Otter does know that you've given him an actual decent looking,
A nice feather.
a nice feather, and he's all excited, and he's like, "Hey, here you go. You give me a feather, and you get a little teddy with a tiny teddy."
Oh my god.
So now you have a teddy bear too, but it's really small, so it doesn't, you don't get embarrassed by holding it. So you get a little teddy
Awesome.
for the feather. I appreciate it. Thanks. So now you get a teddy too. And that's what he does.
Okay. Kree,
Pondering.
looking at the box.
Yeah, I wanna like. I'm just so intrigued. Like I feel like while I'm up here, maybe I'll kind of like wrap my wings around myself and flip the box open.
Okay.
I'm just.
Normal stuff.
Yeah.
Like looking at the Christmas presents when
Right.
you're
Yeah,
supposed to.
Shake it a little bit.
No, like I said, full.
Okay. So as you, what's in the box?
It like lights up and sings over here.
It's like Pulp Fiction. Every
Yeah,
single
every
Yep.
time I imagine it. Yeah.
So, on some level, yes. As you open the box, you see the ribbon that has like wrapped around this like singularity. It has runes that like have been stitched into the ribbon in like a gold, platinum, metal like thread, and they are lit with energy. It gives off a little bit of a glow, like at night if you were to cover it, like you'd be able to see the glow. It's not a strong glow, but it's definitely like a magical presence. And this ribbon seems to be like, explain to me how much are you gonna like investigate?
Well, here's the thing: is I don't plan on picking and pulling anything. I just wanted to, more or less, in a divine sense, try to find the spell here exactly what it's called.
I was trying to figure out what the meaning of Crown Royal on the little banner means. It must be something magical.
But I'm trying a variety of different
Spells.
augury, I believe is the spell.
Okay.
That's the one where it's like you want to have something going to work out in the next half hour?
Yeah, so you have woe or wheel, woe and wheel, and nothing. So I'm just kind of taking over, like, the period of time. I want to. They basically say, so the description is you casting a gem inlaid stick, rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divining tool. You receive an omen from an otherworldly entity, presumably my god, about the results of a specific course of action you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So, like I said, I'd like to, over the period of course of time of traveling, try to work out the best course of action with this box. I'm asking, should we put this box with the other little thing? Should we not? Does this need to be taken somewhere?
I heard that you
And
got
what's the nature of the answer?
Instead of a
It's
home.
woe or wheel. So wheel is good results, or wheel is good results, and woe is bad results.
So you just get a emotional feeling.
Basically,
Okay. Use the force, Luke.
pretty much.
Okay, so over the course of many days of doing this, you give me, be a little bit more specific. What are you trying to find out? Like, give me a couple of concepts or things that you're looking
I would
for.
like to know is it, first of all, is it in our best interest to keep this thing, to have it with us? Is it in our best interest for, would it be better if I took it somewhere, take it, away from us, keep it away from us? Is it like a good or bad thing to have, basically? And I'd like to know if, putting these two items that we have together is a good or bad thing.
You get a sense that is a bad thing.
Whoa.
Like not like
And still
to,
like he feels
like it is
Whoa.
like you the
wielded
second
whoa.
the second you ask that question, like you get this sense of despair and dread that like overcomes you. Like it is not just whoa, it is like whoa. The other ones are.
So let me preface this too by saying that there is two other options. There's woe and wheel for both good and bad results, and there's nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. So if you want to play vague,
No. So you have like everything else that you ask. It there's some level of like fluctuation in whether or not it is good. It is not bad to have it around. Like you clearly get the sense that there's nothing bad about having it around.
It's inherently bad, but it could have consequences.
But you know that putting it with that one, that's bad. Everything else is probably neutral or good. Like there's benefit to having it around, but might not be.
And then the last question I have is, would it yield a good or bad result from bringing it into this group of carnies and letting them try to divine it or understand it?
That is bad.
Alright, so on my back it stays. stay away from you and stay away from those guys.
Okay.
And then I was just going to say, because that's, that will only be like the small part, but I was going to say, for the sake of Dan, I'm not eating any of their food, so occasionally I'll take off and go and catch an animal of some sort, and then I'll give it to your little gelatinous cute.
So you'll eat some and then you'll drop the rest in Tina.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it.
Like a mama bird eating the baby bird.
Exactly.
I'll pick the carcass part, and then I don't know the nature of Aarakocras and how they live, but they build a nest on top of the.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
That would be
You have
pretty
one?
awesome.
There's just like a line of like bird shit
Yeah, right.
up the side of the thing.
I just cleaned this thing.
See if you have a nest we can put you in.
I do have a mini that would work for a nest. Here, that's not gonna work.
And I'll keep my little box in my nest.
That'd be awesome.
Got
That
all sorts
make
of trinkets
total
in there.
It's like I don't know if you guys have ever played Dark Souls.
Oh, give me, hold on.
Yeah,
give me,
exactly.
soft.
They have
Here, for right now, you can use this as your nest.
They have like a little crow NPC that you can drop items into their nest, and then they'll give you like depending on what you give them, they'll give you something else.
It's awesome. You get like a little mini fridge up there and stuff. The toaster oven.
Record player, and
Right.
an air fryer
The
up
GameCube up there.
I'm like, is that a lava lamp? What is happening up there?
solar power generator.
Right. You're working on the hot tub over here on this side.
I'm making a D&D table up there.
Right.
Nice.
With the turntables.
Okay. And last but not least.
Yes.
I'm done.
Oh wait.
You're talking to the bird.
You're talking to the bird. So go ahead. Go ahead, Anansi. Anansi, go ahead. Go ahead, Anansi.
It took a month to
What do you
do.
do for the rest of the month? I talk to my bird.
Just keep
Hi, Lantern.
poking.
How's it going?
Oh my god, you'd never believe what they did. Can you believe
And
that?
then he said, and she said.
Did you get my messenger pigeon?
I've left 6 messages for you now. A little upset.
So are the spiders
I'll be
like
back.
guarding me every morning when I wake up? Or is it just
Like
that first
as
morning?
you open your eyes, you see something looking like it's guarding you, but then like as you focus, don't seem to be there anymore.
I imagine if they were spiders, they'd be like those crabs, like that's what they're doing. But what I'm doing,
Zoidberging across your pillow.
Yeah. I'm trying to find people that I think would be good convertees or are already favorable to LOL in the group of carnies. And then if I find someone I think is favorable or could be brought into the cult of LOL, then I'm schmoozing them. I'm pitching to them.
The cult of personality.
No.
That's
I know.
What that's what I think of an awesome.
And then since Kree is also
So as you like try to socialize with folks, the only one who seems to want to talk about Lolth is Mynh.
okay.
He will pour a cognac, light up a cigar, put up his little goblin feet, and go on and on, asking questions, and just waxing Lolth and spiders with you.
Yay!
Good stuff.
What explain to me more about how like your interactions with him, because in his like office,
Yeah.
he has so there's the entryway and there's like a barred thing there. You go past that, then there's his Yuck. There's a like a smoking room or a lounge room.
Yeah.
And he tends to spend like almost all of his time there.
Yeah.
What?
Somebody's home.
Somebody's home. What would you like? Explain to me those interactions.
So after the first time where it seemed like he was favorable and he started, I guess, talking about her, then like every day I come back and we kind of, because I assume Lol, like, it has almost like a Bible. And I come and recount different stories from there, seeing if he's heard of them, if he has heard different versions of them. And then essentially I'm just trying to keep on, like, bringing Lol to top of mind.
Okay.
To him by like going and discussing it every day.
And as time progresses, he is more like he is always willing to talk. You see that there's very rarely anybody who like comes to visit him. Just kind of in the day-to-day workings, like he is the boss, and so that. I mean, it makes sense. Like, nobody wants to necessarily associate with the boss. Kree, you kind of pick up this perception that is, again, you're not in the room with them, but you get the sense that because she is royalty, clearly she's going to talk to the boss.
That makes sense.
And so he is content in talking with you. You hear him,
Oh, and then one more thing I do bring up, as like we built that bond, I ask if he knows of any other temples of Corlon that would be on our route.
He says, as it as it happens, that's my same land shows. Yeah, I can't.
He was Russian last time.
Yeah, I know, and I can't get back into the Russian. There are many temples to Coralon. We are headed in the direction of the elves. There will be many there for you to defile. Maybe sometime I can come with you to defile one of these temples. It sounds like fun.
Yes, absolutely.
It is a date.
Temple Defile.
Yeah.
My new metal band.
And he goes on to talk about how, like, as a little goblin, like some of the things that he used to do to defile temples, right? Like pissing on the deity and taking a shit on their head. He remembers one time he like broke off an arm and like rammed it up the butt, right?
He pulled a Guil.
Yep, that's got to do some butt stuff for Guil.
This one's for you, Gil.
This one's for you.
But yeah, like he is loving it. He gives you, plies you with alcohol and tobacco and other various sundries. Just having a good old respectful time.
Yeah.
He does, on one occasion, you come in and you see, like you came in early, or you came in like the door was unlocked and you just kind of walked in, and you see like on the table a bunch of what appear to be contracts.
Okay.
His back is turned as he is like doing something, in a drawer. And like as he sees you, there is a glint of fucking hatred in his eyes. Just for a split second, as he takes them and like kind of just sweeps them into the drawer, and then he is a very congenial fellow.
Okay.
But for a split second, like, you feel uncomfortable.
Too bad I don't remember what's in here, or else I would have convicted some death.
And so goes your days.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Last but not least. What would you be doing during this time?
I think you want to finally sit down and write some letters to his family, since he hasn't had a lot of time to do that yet. I think part of that, he'd want to, like, go around to different people in the carnival and get, like, autographs from them for his grandkids. Maybe, like, a little message if anybody's willing to write one.
Okay.
Before sending that off. And then he's got a deck of playing cards. So I feel like he'd either kind of do that with downtime with folks, or just, like, keep himself busy, help out where needed.
Okay.
In the caravan. I guess, like, for the first week, he'd probably be paranoid of Kree and Anansi because of the whole box incident.
Mm-hmm.
But if nothing happens in that time, he'll be a bit more relaxed.
Oh. She's also learning the body. That's also what I'm spending time doing.
Okay.
Learning the body?
Yeah, I'm getting very proficient with my new elf body, because at that point I had her for like a day.
Sure. Okay.
And she's very, very fancy.
You have a character sheet yet?
Yeah, I do.
It's a big character
That's what
sheet.
means by proficient. Like, you finally got my character sheet.
Yeah, just kind of being an everyman.
Okay.
Out.
Taylor's on his bunk, gossiping on the phone with.
Yeah.
So I'm as a curious DM, I would like to know, are you still periodically bringing out your wizard books and like practicing wizardry?
Probably like at night he'll like go out onto the balcony and just like practice, maybe like shooting stuff off the end of it.
Okay.
I think he's not like good. He's not good at magic, so I think like in a magical carnival he'd be like a little embarrassed. He'd be like, I'm doing a firebolt. This is so cool. For people who know magic.
So you see Taylor pulling out a like wizard spell book.
Yeah.
Is that going to cause you to do anything?
I want to read it, because she knows some spells. She can do spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at nighttime, I'm like, I can do it too. And I was like, we can have a learning buddy session.
Sure, Your Highness, if that's what you want. I'm still kind of a beginner personally.
Me too.
Okay, so
Taylor's like, look.
I'll never believe this.
It's crazy.
you know, this will kind of result in a pseudo leveling up, but I'm going to add wizard to your skill set.
Wizard.
Yep. So during this time, like you're learning enough. Anansi can actually teach you some of the stuff, but what she can't, other members of the carnival can.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and do that if you want to like add that to your repertoire.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of thinking about...
I think the extra 1d4 hit points is not gonna.
Give me all of our spells though, that'd be nice.
I didn't ask about the consequences. I want to catch fireball.
We just had that in another group, in a small room, and I just laughed. I'm like, are you serious?
I have a funny story. There's, in one campaign, I was playing a little goblin, and the DM gave me a crossbow that, on a crit, would cast a fireball, a level 6 fireball. So it was cool. The crossbow was amazing, and if you were in an area where you were shooting somebody far off, you crit, level 6 fireball comes out along with your crossbow. We were not in a big area. We were in a small room.
Oh no.
We were not very high level. We were like level 5 or 6. And so it was a sentient crossbow, a magical sentient crossbow. And basically I didn't spend enough time with it to get it to control it, where I could choose if I wanted to or not. And almost completely killed our whole party with this random crossbow.
Oh.
You gotta love those.
And while you're trying to learn some of your spells, I'm giving you bardic inspiration as well.
Oh,
I have my little lute that I play for you. Try to enhance your.
You're a woman of many talents, Your Highness.
Yo, can you not play Smoke on the Water again?
Every single time.
Exactly.
And it's just the intro.
So, as you are like going through the spells,
Yeah.
You will note that the book that Taylor has is very offensive. Like the spells that.
Oh, okay. It's got slurs written all over
Right,
it.
right. Fucking elves. No, it. A lot of the magic that your host had learned was more in the way of like something a good princess would know.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe some self-defense.
Right. Whereas what you have is more combat based because of the mercenary company that you keep. Right. So
Do you like me now?
you may desire.
What? Thank you.
I want to RP this one. Let's see where is this going.
Suddenly the slow jam starts playing. They look at each other in the eyes.
What?
Because you are right now a gorgeous elven like woman, right?
Taylor has not liked Anansi this whole time, but
Suddenly
like
Taylor
I'm
forgets
nice
his
and
name.
friendly
Anansi
now.
just slowly puts her hand on Taylor's knee. Do you like me now?
They lock eyes and then you see a spider crawl.
I think 'cause she's probably still a little not like up to date with human interactions. So she probably did say that to you. It was like after like as we're like I'm looting and you like spell and I'm helping you spell.
You ever watched it?
Like teaching how to read.
Did you watch the Fallout TV show?
Yes.
Where like no?
Only a couple
Did you
so
watch
far.
it? Oh, well, there's a part in the guy where like he doesn't understand like what sex is basically.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's like talking. And he's like, "Do you want to make my penis explode?"
Yeah.
And, like, I just imagine that's how the
Which that was a great show, by
Oh
the
yeah,
way.
really good show.
Are we playing this out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Your Highness, I appreciate that you've been a little less chaotic in study sessions than previous interactions. To be honest, I can't get over the whole zealotry for an evil deity. I think that's a little weird. I don't like the spiders taking over the world aspect of your religion. I guess to answer your question,
Yeah, why are there no rolls? Why are there no charisma checks? Why are something?
This is gret. This is great.
Let's see how this plays out.
I'm warming up to you, but I don't know that I would say like.
Don't worry, we have time.
I don't like the way that you said that.
Performance check
As
this
like
time.
I subtly try to use charm.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Perception.
Performance check, let her down easy.
Okay, let me see what I think that's charisma, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I have a +2. Yeah. 17 charm.
To do what? Are you like batting your eyelashes at me? What are you doing?
No, she's trying to charm you, casting the charm spell.
What, like friends or
Yeah.
charm person?
Yeah, charm person.
Well, that's a save for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what your spell save DC is.
It's
I don't even know
in
what save is that.
charisma.
Is it charisma?
Mhm.
12.
Let me see, where is it at in this thing?
I feel like I should get advantage because I don't really like elves. But for backstory reasons.
Where's your spell list?
At the very bottom. Oh, there
At
it
the
is.
top.
Spell save DC is a 12.
Oh, so I saved.
Yeah.
Yeah, just barely.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Do I know that she tried to charm me? I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
There's
Yeah.
charismatic component.
There's a part where you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, well hold on.
She
What?
tried to.
I think
You
we're
like
done for
me.
today. Close my book and go back in. Alright.
Wait a second. You gave her bardic inspiration.
Well, I don't need it, but that is true. Could have used it.
It's okay, you were fine. We have time.
So as you go back in off the balcony, as you go back in off the balcony to your bunk, Anansi comes back in from the balcony to her bunk, which is right across the way from you.
I cast protection from evil on myself. I think that works with Faye, which is sorry.
So rude.
You're the one who tried to charm me. What are you talking about?
And with that awkwardness, we eventually go to
I'm
sleep.
just being friendly.
She's like, I sleep in the nude now.
Oh God.
There you go.
I love it.
That thing moved for a second. Like, no joke. I swear I just saw this thing move out of the corner of my eye.
It did.
Wait, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What did? The fly?
Yeah. I
So,
feel like, though, if before
that
we were at
that
a
evening,
20
that evening, as you were,
like a -2 now.
Yeah, it's going up, but it's not negative, like, the
Right,
worst
yeah.
it's been.
you for the rest of you, it is a normal, albeit slightly maybe uncomfortable, night's sleep as you wake up and you continue to like.
Level of exhaustion. Just waking up, making sure Nancy's not here.
Just over your bed.
You like me now, Taylor?
Blame this on him. He made her like this. You trapped her all by herself, starving, not even a spider to like her. She's become weird like this.
Larry.
Sure, blame the DM.
She's been traumatized.
Nazi's dropping like strawberries into her mouth. She's like, "Oh, did you catch me?" Oops.
You wake up and there's like a spider caressing you.
Is the room up there, Kree, for one more?
So you, not realizing the social faux pas that you have made, go to bed, and as you drift into the darkness, you find yourself somewhat like alone in a dark space. You walk forward and you like start to see what appear to be pillars. And as you walk, the pillars start to become more covered with web. And for a second, you're like, am I, where am I? And there's your dark vision like starts to kick in, and you start to perceive this space around you. It is utterly silent, and even in most of your dreams or the visions that you've had, like there seems to be the screaming of tortured souls or the chittering of spiders, just background conversations. And you sense that you are in a grand room, walking towards, or being drawn, pulled almost towards the one end of the room through this series of pillars. The webs become more and more dense, and as you are pulled forward, you, not in your princess form, but in your Anansi form, find yourself being almost crushed by the weight of whatever it is that is bringing you forward. And there, as you are on your knees, you see this massive creature. At first it is brown and just legs. And as it turns towards you, you recognize who this is. And, or at least you think you recognize who it is. Give me a perception check.
We've had too many good rolls today. Yeah, 9.
Perfect. This being, like, comes down, and in front of them there are legs, like human legs.
Okay.
And everything behind just kind of folds into this form,
Okay.
as now there is a human standing in front of you.
But it wasn't before. It was like a circle with legs.
It looked like a huge abdomen,
Like of a spider.
like of a spider,
Yeah,
and
but
it's now kind of just.
Okay.
And the entity says, "Rise, my child," and you feel the weight lifted from you. Walk with me, and you are now walking away from where you've encountered this back towards where you came. There is a parcel that travels with you. I would like you to ensure that it gets where it's going.
Okay.
Goodness.
Okay, good. No, she didn't say that.
Do this, and Lolth will be pleased with you. Now go. And you feel yourself being flung.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking... like, you you feel like this force just throwing you out, and as you awake, give me a... Since you're already on edge, give me a let's say a perception roll with advantage.
Okay.
I want to know what you see.
19.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're sitting there looking, like, watching her, like, the fuck is she? What is wrong with her? And you see, like, under the blankets, like the carriage is kind of bumping along a little bit, but you see her body just rise up and impacts the ceiling and comes down. You take
1d6. 1d4.
11
Whoa!
bludgeoning damage,
Okay. Super flung.
and are fully awake.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
There's a broken nose.
It's okay, I have that ring.
The look of bewilderment, that like naturally you sit up,
Yeah.
and as you look over, you see the eyes just pitch black. Like it is dark in here, but like inside those eyes, like it is like negative black, right? It's a bit disconcerting.
More than usual.
But then, like, the color comes back to it.
But I for sure know that's not Lol.
Seems pretty lolthy.
But she wouldn't talk about herself in the third person.
Right.
Well, she might. Come on, why you gotta roll that then? But I I will tell. Well, I tell you, I was like, you are lucky. I have been chosen to successfully bring our package to Grick.
That's great. Anansi, can you please go back to sleep?
Jim, pretend you're sleeping again. Let the fake one eye open.
You get 1 point of exhaustion for this,
Ah, damn it.
but you get it the next night back.
Okay.
So we continue kind of like making quick time. So we've been now traveling, fast traveling, if you will, across the open plains in our I want to say like a jalopy, but we're not in a jalopy. We're in a caravan. You have just awoken from your...
Oh, we're keeping that. Okay.
No, it's fine. We're fast traveling. The damage will go away in a couple minutes anyways for you.
Jettison.
Mm-hmm. Into the ceiling.
In your travels, you eventually stop at a relatively large city. This is predominantly a human or elven village. You've now crossed over kind of into that like borderland territory where the land is a little bit disputed. It has shifted over the years. It has shifted between human hands and elven hands. The folks here are kind of a mix of both cultures. The architecture here is not... Like some of the older buildings are of elven make. Some of the newer buildings are of human make. There are even more newer buildings which are shoddily or quickly constructed of more modern techniques. And you're set up on the outskirts of town because the streets of this particular city are relatively narrow, and you simply wouldn't be able to fit the caravan into the streets. So set up, kind of at the just to the side of the main gate, in a kind of a grassed area. There doesn't the ritual starts off much like it has on many other an occasion for you guys. I would like let's say a perception check to see who spots it first.
Nice, Taylor. Everybody else is real. 8.
21.
There you go.
Oh, 22.
10.
Okay. So, Otter, you are the first to see it. In this sea of light-skinned individuals, there is one dragonborn who seems to be... They catch your eye simply for the fact that they are a dragonborn, and you haven't seen very many of them. But the hustle and bustle of folks enjoying the festivities seem to be flowing around him as if he was a rock in a stream. It stands out to you that this individual seems to be standing there looking for something.
Male, female, can I tell?
They are dressed as a male.
Okay. Color dragon?
Green
Okay.
dragonborn. And you see, after a few minutes of them just standing there, and kids and families, running around, like, he gives off the presence of not somebody to be fucked with, right? And do you approach them, or do you just continue to watch?
I watch, and almost without a regard for people walking in front, as I hit myself, I beeline right for that person at a slow to medium pace and walk right up to them. Now, give me an idea of how tall they are.
They are a good 6 to 7 feet tall.
Okay, so and obviously with Otter being, like 3 to 4 feet tall. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, hey, mister.
What are you doing? What kind of mask are you wearing?
It's the mask of many faces. So it just looks like kind of an ordinary young boy,
Okay.
human boy. I go, what you doing? I tug on his robe. Obviously holding Dolly.
He looks down at you. And give me a wisdom saving throw.
14.
You are afraid.
Okay. Do I have some faith in where I'm not afraid of people or something like that?
I think it's usually going to be charmed, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll just say I'm afraid.
So you take a couple steps back,
Mm-hmm.
instinctively out of fear.
Okay.
You can. We'll say eventually you manage to cast it off, just for role-playing purposes.
Okay.
But as you slip back into the crowd, they continue to stand there, and now you recognize this individual, in some way, shape, or form, means business. You see them adjust themselves as they walk over towards the main office. And without really knocking or anything, they just walk in
To Mynn's office.
to Mynn's office.
Am I there today?
This is the, like, Carnival is going on activity time.
Got it. So we're out doing carny stuff.
You are out doing carny stuff.
We've set up.
He spends a short amount of time in the office, and then walks back into the crowd, and you see him go into the city and just kind of out of sight. What do you want to do?
Okay. So on that note, have I worked out a plan with
Hero?
Nero as far as doing the, hey, if you can't pay for the carnival, just sign here and we'll get you special seating and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, sure, yeah. You've got handfuls of little contracts like that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a clipboard.
Yep.
So, okay. So I'm out there hustling the crowd, and before that guy gets away, I try to approach him and see if he wants to sign the paper and get into the carnival for free. Hey, mister, you want to see the show?
As he is walking away, let's say forcefully. Like you see him like kind of walking through the crowd as if it wasn't even there.
Sure.
But like, dude is like big, strong. Like he's not big, but like you can see this sense that he is like, now again, you've been watching him for a minute, and you fully realize the sheer power that is in this guy's form.
Sure.
You recognize that the plate mail that he is wearing is like, it looks heavy, right? Like, it's fucking heavy.
Sure.
But it almost looks like with the scales that he has, the plate mail might not even, like, it might be there more for just sheer intimidation purposes. You see a very, like, now because you've kind of gone around this individual, like, in your travels, seen him from a couple angles, you see that this individual is clearly well off. They have many like jewelry and adornments on their person and kind of under like their garments.
Sure.
They have a very imposing looking longsword, and as they walk through the crowd, like when I know you've been to like biker conventions, right? Like, there are, even in a group of rough individuals, there are some individuals that are so rough that when they walk, everybody gets out of the way. Yes.
Yeah.
And this particular individual is so clearly imposing that, like, where they walk, the people just get out of the way, right? Like, people are yoinking their kids kind of arms out of the sockets to not interfere.
Sure.
And so how do you want to, like, what do you do to get this individual's attention?
It's a good question. So I guess as he's coming out of the trailer and starts, walking, I guess I run up and I'm like, "Hey, mister, you want to try some of my mom's jams? She made these special jams. I could put it on a piece of jerky."
Roll
or
a deception
toast."
check.
Deception?
Yep.
22.
Okay.
And obviously just being a little kid. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
He does not acknowledge you and just continues to walk.
Okay. I'm like, all right, well, have a good day. See you later. I like your outfit. Green's a good color on you. And then I go back to working the crowd.
And the remainder of the day passes without incident. And once you are back on the road the next morning, in your next session with Mynh, Mynh is his normal jovial self, but he seems to be giving you like more alcohol than usual. Do you drink it?
Yeah, she's fine.
And once
I mean, we've been doing this for how many weeks have we been traveling?
Exactly. And once you are thoroughly malleable to liquor, Mynh asks, have you noticed anybody carrying a box? So if you're going to try to do a roll, it is with disadvantage.
Yeah, I know it's going to be
Okay.
disadvantage.
Very quickly though, like we must have had it when he talked to us, right?
Yeah, on our back.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Gil had it.
And then we had it.
And
when
then Taylor's had it.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think she's going to assume that he's seen it. She's like, yes, we travel with lots of stuff, including a box.
I mean, that's a pretty basic question. There's a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
Do you know the nature of what's in that box?
Actually, like, Anansi wouldn't. Like, she just knows that she's supposed to bring it. So, no. I know it seems magical. That's all I know.
That is interesting. What kind of magical do you think it is? Here, have another.
She didn't- I don't know, but another box we had a portal in it that wanted to be with, so maybe another portal box.
Portal, you say? Do you travel with portals? I mean, I've heard people who can travel using portals, but I have never heard of a portal in a box.
Yeah, we found it when we came across this other caravan that was hit by a meteor. So,
But hit by a meteor, you say? Interesting. Would you be able to bring me this portal in a box?
yeah, I could see, but I don't know. It's been with Kree for a while. You see, I don't know. These seem innocuous to her.
Kree is perched above us right now.
Yeah. So, I wonder, is there like a stick or something in the room? I'm just gonna like hit the
He's
ceiling,
being too loud.
hit the ceiling, and be like, "Free!"
Roll a. Jesus. Roll a. I would like you to roll a perception check with, I guess, no advantage.
And I'm rolling like a hit the ceiling check.
I
Disadvantage.
I don't know what it would be. It would be
Performance?
yeah. Let's do performance check
Okay,
as you try to get Kree's attention.
performance.
What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Okay.
Okay, and then I have a +6.
Plus 6. So plus 6.
So disadvantage, so 16.
Okay. So the cart is bumping and kind of like jostling around, but you do hear like this drunken Anansi, Kree!
Well, not Anansi, a drunken Lady Krishna.
Lady Krishna, calling your name.
And also saying, "Can you bring the box?"
I would remind you of Krishna's abilities.
She has a lot of abilities.
Spells, specifically.
Should have command.
Message.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, actually need to look that up then.
Does that mean sight?
The message is like, you're like 4 miles or something.
Oh, wow.
Messages, you think you got to point at the person? Like,
Like whisper or something
yeah.
out there? Yeah. So I
Okay.
assumed he might have said it.
Message 5e.
I'm thinking of 7.
yeah.
You point your
Oh,
finger
yeah.
towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message. Okay? Well, yeah, I do that and I ask you to please bring the box that we have found.
Please, that doesn't sound like Kristen.
No, she's polite to
Oh,
Kree.
okay. I
To
thought it was
Kree.
like-
around it, and like we're not bringing it towards the box that you know is bad.
If you want to cast augury, you can.
Yeah.
If you're suspicious.
Would you be suspicious of me?
Well,
Are you like slurring your
yeah,
words?
it depends on how drunk you are. And do I know
I
where,
mean, roll for drunkenness.
where am I bringing them? Do I know where I'm bringing the box, or am I just bringing it downstairs?
You just literally downstairs.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for drunkenness, so.
Super drunk.
a...
Kree, darling. The box, please.
Is a natural 20 you're very drunk, or you're not drunk?
I would say a
said
natural
very
20 is
drunk.
very drunk.
Okay, then yeah, can I cast that spell just for... I don't think it would be too weird to do it, just because I had sat up there so many times and tried to get a denial of it. So yeah, why not?
Okay.
Okay. You get the sense that it is either neutral or good.
Neutral or good.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the box down there.
Yep.
Sure. Why not?
Yay!
Oh, this is interesting. What to tell? What is in the box?
It's better if you just see it for yourself.
No, it's not.
Really.
Oh,
It's hard to
I can
explain.
open it. I will open it.
Yes.
He opens it, and the warm yellow glow of this magical wrapping around this
What's in the box?
around this portal. You hear, with your drunken ears, you hear the crackling that you've now become kind of familiar with. You see, you've been watching this, but like the ribbons like kind of seem to shift to like when the portal like reaches out in a section, the ribbon kind of shifts and pushes it back in to help like just keep it stable. And he says, "Well, that is interesting. This." And he closes it, but this does not look like the box that I have seen you carry with you previously. Where is that box?
Taylor has that box.
Ah, Taylor. I have not had a lot of time to talk to Taylor. Maybe tonight when we stop for supper, I should sit down and have a longer conversation.
If you'd like.
His favorite.
Well, thank you, Kree, for bringing me this curiosity. This is a very amazing box you have here. I would recommend you keep it safe.
I will do my best. Thank you for inspecting my box for me.
I will inspect your box whenever you want, sir.
This all seems kosher to me.
He offers you some tequila with a worm in it.
But you like worms.
Does he like tequila? Is
So,
the
like,
question.
I don't like tequila, so I imagine Kree doesn't like tequila either.
He pulls out the worm. Perhaps this is just more your flavoring?
One little worm.
What can hurt?
Tequila infused worm.
Got a lot of bad
As you depart, and you can just continue to talk. He plies you for where. Who gave you the box that Taylor carries?
So, what should I roll to be like, do I think that's suspicious?
Insight.
You're 20 on drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Insight with
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
It's like-
Insight with
yeah.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Don't you have like 2 20s?
Insight. Okay. That is wisdom. Okay. So disadvantage. So 7 or 9. So yeah. We got this from Lanchos and Gigglehob. Gigglehob. That's what she actually says because she's drunk. From Gigglehob.
Giggly hoppers.
A lot of stuff from Lanchas from Eagle Hut.
That is very interesting. Where is it that ultimately you need to deliver it?
I'm assuming that roll's still gonna go.
No. Well, we can give you another one if you want.
Okay.
I would assume that you're going to try to resist this a little bit.
Okay, that is only an old. Oh, that was a 6. Never mind. So that's only an 8. Let's go into. We're going all the way to Grick. You should know because we're in the caravan with you going to Grick.
Well, it is a part of our normal circuit. We go far beyond the Greek, all the way down to the eastern reaches. Not a good season down there right now. Too much wind and water. But I do like the warmth. It makes my old bones feel younger. Yes, to Grick, you say. Well, to Grick we go.
Yeah.
So
And I just like
drink up more.
Yeah, she's like to Grick.
Pass the vodka. And you guys just proceed to get more schnackered. Never heard schnackered.
You know, I would assume that probably when Kree went in there, he was probably like choking and dying on all the cigar fumes we have going on in there too. It's just a cloud.
He cracks a window for you. So evening comes, and you are now passed out in the office. And I mean passed out.
Well, yeah, I got a 20 on that.
But he has also slipped you a couple of other more potent things.
Good night.
Not exactly poisons, but stuff that will help you sleep. And so, coming out of the office, with a little bit of a skip in his step, you see Mynh. The caravan has stopped to let the beetles rest for the evening, and they kind of all like circled up. You don't see Anansi. That's not necessarily abnormal, right? A bad thing. You are optimistic that you haven't seen Anansi yet this evening.
So quiet.
We're coming up on our study session now.
It's true, yeah.
And Mynh gets 2 plates and brings one over for you. As you were kind of like heading towards like the cantina area. Taylor, come sit with me. I have gotten you a plate.
Oh, thank you. Sure.
You and I have not had a lot of time to have a conversation.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
You seem almost as old as I am.
Okay, honestly, I don't really know how to tell. Are goblin years like the same as human years?
Goblins have shorter lives, but I have been around longer than most goblins.
Fair enough. You should trade old man stories sometime. You got grandkids?
My grandkids have grandkids.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Goblins are very prolific.
Lucky you.
Well, they're little goblins. They are atrocious.
I'm sure your kids are lovely.
No, they are not.
For goblins?
Calling a goblin child lovely is kind of an insult.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. I'm sure they're gross. Gross good?
Gross is... We had a kid named Grossi. He was very disgusting.
Well.
There is a fine line between complimenting a goblin child and insulting the goblin child's heritage. I assume you did not intend to insult my progeny, therefore insulting me.
I'm sure you're proud of your grandkids. Is that?
Most of them. There's a couple of them that are very stupid. I saw one. We told him to go get the pearl inside the clam.
Oh yeah.
It's common rite of passage.
Sure.
We have the cave clams. They have these little specks of sand that get in there, and we take the younglings and we have them go get the pearls. If they can get the pearl without losing a hand, they are capable of becoming a warrior. If they lose their hand, well, they have lost their hand, and now they can't hold a stake. So we had one. We didn't even bother to name him because he was so stupid. He reached in, and poor little guy reached into the one clam thinking he could get it if he went slow enough. The clam shut on his hand. So he had a clam on the one hand. And then he tried to stick the clam into another clam to grab out this one. But as the clam closed, it pushed the clam out. Now he got clam on both hands. We had to cut off the hands. Because the clams, they digest the bones, and it is a slow death. So Stumpy is his name now.
Well, you got a name out of it.
Well, he did get a name, but he is mostly useless. Just a mouth with two legs. We can't use him for fighting. He's not very bright. We had to put him down.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Don't be. It's best for goblin genetics to not have
Okay.
Stumpy around.
It's just eugenics going on.
Did you want to talk to me about something?
Is Mynh still kind of drunk? Is that why he's going on this story?
Oh, yes. I hear you have grandchildren. Do you have any who are stupid as Stumpy?
I haven't seen them in some time, but last time I saw them, they seemed perfectly bright, normal children.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Have you had any prolific grandchildren yet?
Well, no, I mean, they're like 3 and 4, which is, for humans, not a prolific age.
For goblins is very late age to be having kids.
Oh, 3 and 4 years old?
Oh, they have very short lifespan.
Oh, short, like 10 years?
If they are lucky, they live to be 10 years.
Oh my God.
Wait, when you say short lifespan, do you mean like they die of old age, or they just like
Oh,
die of other
being a
causes?
goblin is a very hard lifestyle.
Okay.
I would not recommend it.
For humans, 3 and 4 is like still kind of in the baby toddler years. So
Yeah, the humans, they are soft creatures.
Yeah, that's why I like to wear armor.
Yes, I too would like to wear armor. Do you?
Good.
I should get some. Roll perception check.
Talking about soft children, meanwhile, he's got Stumpy.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have Stumpy anymore.
20, dirty.
You, as he says that, you notice that as he is sitting there, he shifts. It looks like he is wearing cotton clothing, but as he shifts, you see like his body move in a way that only you would only move that way if you were wearing armor.
Oh, okay. So it's either disguised as clothing or like underneath it somehow.
You can clearly tell again with that roll that there is no room underneath this.
Okay.
It must be some type of illusion that he is. This guy is wearing armor.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, what is it that brings you to the carnival? I know that we met in Gigelhab with your round roly-poly friend.
Yes. The armadillo. Yeah.
Yes, the armadillo.
Yes.
Yes, he was carrying a box. Did he leave with the box?
Do I have the box with me?
I would imagine that at this point you've gotten at least a little bit secure and are leaving it in the.
Okay, probably like tight under the bed or something.
Yeah.
Okay. May I ask why you're asking?
Oh, just out of concern for my crew and staff. I like to know what we travel with.
Well,
I would not want to come across some type of bandits and have to lie to the bandits about the net worth of what we carry. If we carry some very expensive box, I would like to know. I have seen the box that Kree has, and it is very valuable. Very, very valuable.
is it?
Oh, it is. Stable portals are very handy to people who want to get rid of things or hide things.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sorry, what your question is? If Guil has a box?
I remember seeing that he had the box when he came to visit us,
He did.
put to his back. It looked like a very sturdy box, but I do not remember seeing the same box recently.
Then he's probably got it with him.
That would stand to reason. Roll a deception check.
Okay. Excellent roll.
Oh.
Okay, so quick question. I don't know. I didn't roll great. But I get advantage because of my.
It's okay. He rolled shit.
Okay, I got a 12.
He rolled
13,
3.
sorry. Nice. Okay, then I won't worry about it. I'll ask if it matters later.
Okay.
She doesn't know. She's drunk.
Mhm.
She's telling him. So you have the box.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably thinking, dang it, I gave her too much. She was,
Elves
There's
can't
no,
hold their
like-
liquor.
well, because I
famously.
was like, boxes everywhere.
There's
He's got a
no like
box.
zone of truth or anything to force you to tell
Yeah,
the
it's
truth.
true.
Okay, so where were we?
I just said Gil's probably still got it with him.
And he believes you. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Is it? I mean, now you don't have a valuable box on board that you don't know about.
Well, I liked this roly-poly creature.
Yeah, I did too. He was surprisingly normal. I really liked that about him.
Well, normal in an abnormal sort of way. You don't see a lot of roly-polies around.
Yeah, he was large, I think, for an armadillo.
Yes, at 4 feet, he was quite a large armadillo.
Mm-hmm.
But strong, I remember. Very strong, that one.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
The box he was carrying was almost as big as he was. It was
Okay.
on a 3 or 4 foot creature, like it's a 2 or 3 foot box. So,
What do you think he had in there? Like, a body?
body of maybe Stumpy. Could be Stumpy's body in there.
Did you lose track of that kid after he passed away?
He's mostly bones now, I'm sure. But
Probably a couple
I would
Stumpies in there.
in a box that size, maybe 5, 6 goblin corpses.
Yeah, easy.
You ground them up, you could probably fit 100.
Oh.
That probably wouldn't be very valuable, though, right?
I don't know. Sometimes the booyah likes the goblin bones for stuff.
Like auguries.
Yeah, well, you can. Bone powder is used in many abnormally fine dining. Never heard of bone meal for
Ovia?
booyah?
Ovia?
Is that the hag? Is
That a booyah
Like a
is
shaman?
the goblin shaman.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with the intricacies of particular alchemies and cooking. I keep it kind of simple myself.
Well, I do not eat goblin myself. It tastes sour, you know.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I've heard.
That's the only reason you don't eat goblins? Whoa.
You're not there.
I know. I'm just saying, like, as a goblin, the only reason you don't eat goblins is because it's sour, not because you're a goblin.
No, for sure they would eat each other if it tasted good.
That's probably true.
Come, you should have a drink with me.
Yeah, all right. In the office or out here?
Oh yeah, well I have some very fine liquors in the office. I don't want to waste it on the rabble. Bring one bottle out. It's gone in seconds. Between 2 people, the bottle lasts all night.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good to me.
Come, let us have a drink.
I really want to know to still be in the office.
I am
She
still
is
there.
still there, passed out on the couch.
I know when you said you're coming back. I was like, oh, we can't study something there if I wake up.
And so it continues to ply you with liquor.
I think I would kind of pace myself, knowing that he's interested in the box and knowing that I still have it.
Okay.
I'm not like an idiot.
Well, don't
No,
you walk
seeing
in
me
the,
passed out there
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, also that.
Don't you walk
Oh,
in the
yeah.
office and just see her
Yeah,
sleeping?
company.
yeah.
Yeah, you do. We walk in and seeing her there. Here, have a drink.
Thanks.
Oh, she can't hold her liquor.
I'm not entirely sure she's of drinking age. It's probably why.
Don't the elves? They grow like humans, right?
Yeah, but they don't have the constitution that humans have. Look at them.
She does look very frail,
Mm-hmm.
but older than you, I think. They grow old. I remember elves, very, very old species, the elves.
Well, sure, yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? Is that they live forever?
Yeah, but she looks like young elf.
So, but you think she's still older than me?
I mean, they have... It's hard to say with elves.
Yeah.
I am goblin. We have short lives. Everybody lives longer than us.
You know, except kobolds. Kobolds don't live forever.
Oh, they're so fun to kill.
I love kobolds.
I remember this one time.
Oh, yeah.
We took the kobold. We cut it down the tail.
Oh, sure.
The booyog, she took some vine and put it down the spine.
Mhm.
So the spine was like the bone, the meat. We took it out and we put the vine in there and we put a knot on it. You could hold the tail and hit other kobolds with the spine.
That's hilarious.
So much fun! It like a whip. Oh, it was,
Oh, did they yelp? I love that yelping.
there was lots of talk of Larry was, I think, the name of the kobold that we used.
It's a stupid name.
It's a terrible name. But we used Larry's spine and we just kept smacking them, and
Mm-hmm.
they're so dumb. They didn't
Because
know
Larry
it
was
wasn't
stupid.
Larry. So they thought Larry was hurting them. Hours of enjoyment.
Amazing.
Oh, yes.
It's one of the best stories I've ever heard. And I've been a mercenary for like 30, 40 years.
Really?
Truly.
You should tell me some stories. I love to hear stories.
Oh my goodness. Where to begin? Well, actually, there was a time in my company, we were supposed to investigate like a dragon horde,
Oh, yeah.
terrorizing the town, everybody's screaming, blah, blah, blah.
I hate the dragons.
Tell me about it. So, we go there, we go to their mountain or whatever. No dragon, thankfully. They were out at the time, like at lunch, we were crawling with kobolds. Those little bastards like worship those dragons. I had
They
a
do.
field day. Oh man, we killed so many kobolds that time.
Sounds like a good time.
We didn't do a tail whip next time I go. I'm trying that out 'cause that sounds.
It takes a little bit of preparation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. The best to do it in front of the other ones
Oh okay.
to instill the fear.
Exactly. Yeah. Keep that in mind.
You know what? You don't like me, but you talk weird crap too. Look at you. That's very evil sounding.
I mean.
You hear some mumbling from the couch. It sounds angry, but it is very hard to understand
Very incoherent.
as she passes back out.
A little elf heart and then she's back to sleep.
You smell lavender.
As he is sitting there smoking, did you see that?
Huh. Yeah.
Good thing he had advantage. Because you're drinking. Without really even noticing it, he like sticks his hand out, and his claw touches your emblem on your shirt. Where did you get this? This is an interesting thing for you to have, I think.
Yeah. I wasn't born with it, that's for sure. I actually found it in the astral.
Very
sea.
few are born with it, that is.
Yeah. Astral Sea, funnily enough. Those.
Sounds like an interesting story.
Yeah. You know those meteors that have been hitting everything?
I have seen a few of them, yes.
So it seems like they kind of. It's still, meteors usually like come from the sky, but it seems like these kind of pop out of like portals, right? So when we were leaving the Elf Kingdom, we were going through this tunnel, and
You left the Elf Kingdom?
sorry, Did I say elf or dwarf?
You said elf.
Apologies. We're in the elf kingdom, yeah?
You might be drunk, my friend.
I don't really drink that much on the job, to be honest. This is a little
Are
much
you
for
on
me.
the job right now?
I'm a mercenary. I feel like I'm always on the job.
That is interesting. I too am always on the job. Being the boss of the carnival is a very, very time-consuming job.
So I see.
It is stressful.
I'm glad you found ways to
I
mitigate
try
the
to cope.
stress.
I try to cope.
Anyway, in the dwarf kingdom, leaving the dwarf kingdom, pop the portal opens, Mina comes out, I get sucked in there with my horse.
Does it make a thing sound?
Yes, it does.
I have never heard a meteor.
Well, the meteor like pops when it comes out, but that's like a sucking in noise, you see.
Yeah, it comes from sucking in. Yes, I get that. It's interesting. I've
Trying
never
to
heard
spice
that.
up my story a little bit.
Okay, well,
My pleasure.
I do like a spicy story. Please continue. I do not mean to distract you from your spicy story.
Anyway, me, Steven, my horse, and one of the little brow kids we had just
Who is this Steven?
my horse. I just said that.
You said me, Steven, and my horse.
Me, Steven, my horse. Common.
The drow
And then
kid.
as like an aside to explain who Steven is, my horse.
This is very complicated. So
It's not- I'm not trying to be.
you a horse and a drow horse?
No, a drow boy, a little drow boy.
What are you doing with little boys? Aren't you too
there's-
old to be traveling with little boys?
God, that's what I thought, right? Have you seen Otter? He's like 10. I don't know why he's here.
That is a weird kid, that one.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, okay, tell me about, okay,
me,
you a
drow
horse,
boy.
okay, this
in
sounds like
portal.
it's a very good joke. You, a horse, and a little drow
It's
boy
looked into a
walk into a portal, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just on the roof, like,
Right.
what is going on down there?
So, turns out these portals, right? They go to the astral sea. Where
They
it's all
do?
They do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do they come from the astral sea?
I don't really know. I think that's magic that's way above my spell grade, so to speak.
Okay, okay.
But, there's all kinds of like rocks floating around in there, just kind of going along in the astral stream or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm floating along there, and then me and this little boy and Stephen, my horse, meet this. I think, oh gosh, it's been a while now. Honestly, we've done so much since then. It's hard to remember the exact details, but we met a warforged. I want to say.
I've heard of
I
these
think
things.
Metal Mane,
Yeah.
and a tiefling lady, Bod. I think.
Tieflings are very hot. Was she attractive? For a tiefling.
Yeah, for a tiefling, I'd say, pretty attractive, sure. I think she and the Warforged kind of had a thing, though, so I didn't really, make any moves. Anyway, we're in the Astral Sea. And then we're floating along, we come across this house, right? This smells like baked goods.
This sounds like a very weird story.
Yeah, I don't. Sounds like a madman came up with it, am I right?
It does sound like a madman. I couldn't make up this shit if I wanted to.
Here's the funny part. Okay, like an outside bathroom, right?
Like a bathroom, yes.
Sure, yeah. But outside, not like a chamber pot, like a little stall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was one of those
An
outside the
outhouse.
house.
We call them outhouses.
Yeah, I
Is
wasn't
it
sure if
goblins?
you,
Is humans don't call them outhouses?
We
What
call
the
them porta potties. I didn't know if you guys knew that word.
Are they portable?
Relative to like regular bathrooms, I guess.
What is a regular bathroom?
Like how some of the fancy places have like a ultra.
Oh, those running water places.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if goblins knew what that was.
Oh, don't be so offensive. Of course we know what running water is. It's usually in a stream. Come on.
Okay. Anyway. So you open that up, right? It was a mimic. You imagine going into like a porta john and a mimic just like.
I would be worried about my balls.
Exactly. Yeah, none of us used it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
glad you still have your balls.
Me too. Tell me about it. Anyway, nice smelling house. I clock, this is a weird situation, right? You'll never guess what lives in a house that smells delicious in the Astral Sea.
Little old lady.
Yes, a hag.
The hags.
The hags. Anyway, we killed a hag. We killed her terrible mimic porta potty trap. And inside the house, right, under like a fake floorboard, you know, where you keep all your goods, she had all kinds of stuff. One of those things was this little emblem. And I thought, well, that looks shiny. I
Roll
want
a
that.
deception check.
Okay, wait, am I lying about this?
Yeah.
I'm not intentionally lying. I thought that was what happened.
Yeah, it was in the garden.
Oh, okay. I'm not.
I mean, you're drunk too.
I'm drunk. I don't remember.
Fair enough. We'll give it to you.
Okay, I feel like that's not an important detail. I thought she had stuff under a floorboard.
She did have stuff under her floorboard,
Okay.
but this was particularly in the garden.
Gotcha. I'm mixing up my loot then. Oh yeah, because they were the evil plants.
And
Yes.
you're drunk.
Exactly.
Well, I'll write it off as drunk.
Okay.
Drunken intentions. Yes.
Anyway, the hag had this little emblem in that, you know, spoils of war, etc. And it looks pretty nice.
It does looks very nice. Do you know what this is?
To be honest, I know it's devilish in nature, but I don't know much more than that.
Interesting. You should know way much more than that.
I probably should, but I don't want to look at my notes in the middle of the
So-
conversation.
So, as you think about it,
Mm-hmm.
like you know way more about like the history and lineage of this particular emblem.
Okay.
You understand the conventions and conversations that were had and documented in posterity about like the craftsmanship of this, like the lore of this thing,
Okay.
because it is a like training and like library tool, as it were,
Okay.
for like demon culture,
Mm.
or sorry, for devil culture. Like, you know, as you're like trying to like say this, like you know now that you are lying because you're like, oh shit, I know everything about this.
Gotcha. You know, man, I gotta say, I'm impressed that you clocked that this is like important.
I've traveled a lot.
Well, the thing is, I talked to your tiefling guy who works here. I asked him about it because I thought he did other stuff. I thought he didn't know.
Nero is a charlatan.
You're kidding. He pulls it off well. I gotta say.
he plays on the whole tiefling thing,
For sure, yeah.
but he's fey, not devil tiefling. Fey tiefling.
What does that even mean?
It means that one of his great ancestors had sex with the fairy fuckers, we call them.
Oh, yeah.
And and as a result, his human or elf biology was all messed up.
Oh.
Maybe had some sex with goblins or other things, but we had this conversation once. There's no devil in him. The only devil in him is his interest in other people thinking that he is a devil. He likes to play off on this. Most people very ignorant about tiefling.
Sure.
They see the horns, they think, oh, he's devil tiefling.
I mean, that's a pretty reasonable assumption, I think.
Not all tiefling is devil.
Okay.
Some tiefling are fairy fuckers.
I did not know that about
Yeah.
tieflings.
It's true.
All right.
There's some tieflings too, I think they are like almost fey elf in a way. The tiefling and the ancient fey and the ancient elf are kind of intertwined. I've heard rumors that there are some elves who hide their tiefling heritage. The big pointy ears that they have,
Yeah.
that is a sign of tiefling, I think.
Really?
Oh, yes.
What about, like, do goblins have pointed ears?
Yes, we have pointed ears.
That
Do
was
you not
me
see my
asking-
pointed
That
ears?
was me asking about table, not in voice, because I was going to ask about that. But if he didn't have pointed ears, I wouldn't say it.
No.
Yeah, it's completely rowdy. You're like,
What about your pointed ears?
We have had sex with many things. It's a very libidinous history, the goblins.
I understand goblins wanting to have sex with creatures that aren't goblins. I find it harder to understand.
Well, goblins having sex with goblins is also very difficult. It's always a fight to see who is on top.
Oh, sure. That's kind of hot, though.
It can be a fun time. Lots of scratching and clawing, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
At some point, like, you know, you're just smashing me to the ceiling, still drunk. I'm just still passed out after. You have a little dust floating down from.
Well, thank you for the drink, and this was a delightful evening, I must say.
Oh, evening is not over. Please, have another.
It's getting a little late for an old man.
You are not that old.
I feel it sometimes.
Well, you do not look it.
Oh, thank you. It's very kind of you to say.
I am a very kind man.
So I'm learning.
Yes, yes. Well, anytime you want to have a drink, please come around and let us have more conversation about grandchildren.
Sure, yeah. I love the little bastards.
I like a couple of mine, yes. Well, have a good night. You want to take this one with you?
Taylor's gonna leave me. That's what Taylor would do. Let's be real. Because I was thinking about it too. I'm like, I was gonna say, take me with you. I'm like, Taylor would leave me.
Roll a Constitution save to see if you can wake up.
Okay.
And this is just a flat roll.
7. Nope.
I would say with a 7, you hear at that level of conversation, you hear a groan. I don't know if you feel what it feels, but like
We're friends now.
Yeah, alright. I'll try to, like, shake her awake so I don't have to carry her.
Did I wake up?
shake or slap.
Shake. I know. It's not like me, necessarily.
Okay, fair enough. Roll a Constitution save with advantage.
15.
Okay, well, we'll say that's enough for you to come to your senses enough to stand on your own power.
Come on, Your Highness. That's enough beauty sleep for now.
Well, when did you get here? Is it time for a lesson?
I think you better skip tonight.
Pew, pew. Magic.
Eldritch Blast is still
Wait, what? I'm like, what spells do I have? She definitely tries to cast something. No, what sorcerer spells? Because those are all druid spells. Let's see.
I don't think you have any sorcery. Okay.
Or, well, I'll give it to you. Do you want a spell or do you want a rage?
Spell.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So then I cast Fog Cloud. Fog Cloud and Fairy Fire, because I'm going to have the Fog Cloud go here and spot Fairy Fire
Shit.
above it.
Okay. So you cast Fairy Fire.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I did. What's happening?
Are there invisible people here?